They say if we'll only avoid any confrontation with the enemy, he'll forget his evil ways and learn to love it.
All right. Hello, YouTube. This is another Rage Brothers broadcast special edition. This is episode 2 of how to defeat the static AA. And this tutorial is going to take place in Monte Grappa, which has some of the most fierce AA defense in the game right now as it stands. I said before it had 9 AAs. I don't math very good, so overall, in the end, it has 8 AAs. You have 2 in both bases, so 4 in the bases, and then you have 1 at E, 1 at A, 1 at B, and 1 at D. And the ones at E, D, B, A are going to they're going to spawn, and they belong to the team that has them. Now you can get on them if it doesn't belong to your team, but it's not very likely that you're going to last very long. But anyways, here is a layout of where the AAs are located at. And what I forgot to do is introduce ourselves. So this is TC Thief, and I'm here with TC.
Yeah, I'm TC Meat.
Yeah, we're trying a new thing. We're limiting our videos to less than 10 minutes, and just to prevent us from, rambling on for 30 minutes. Mark's going to talk about the AA fans on both sides.
All right. You can see the circles are the fans of the AA. You're going to see basically the whole map is covered with circles at any given point. Obviously, these are not all going to be occupied, but they have the potential to be occupied at any given time. So I like to fly high until I find out where the AA is and then come and attack. B and D specifically have a lot of LOS points, or line of sight points, so you can fly in low directly over the AA and drop your bombs right on it. And if this has the potential to have 5 airplanes in the air at any given time. So if you have a co-pilot or a wingman, you can have them bait the AA away while you attack it from the other side, which is, I think, is the most effective method to do it. Anyways, you got anything to add?
Yeah, definitely. So those were from the Austro-Hungarian side and the Italy side first. This is what it could possibly look like if your team gets capped out and they have every single point. You have the AA at A, B, D, E, and 2 in their base, which pretty much means that if there's somebody manning those AAs, you're not flying. So it's this is what it looks like if your team is plebs. So at all costs, you probably want to avoid this type of situation. Now, getting into what the AAs actually look like, I've blown up pictures, and I've taken pictures from the point where most of the time I'm looking at where you want to fly to avoid the AA. Like most of the time I take the picture up against the wall. In the next couple of videos, I took the pictures a little bit better. This is better than the Sinai Desert, but now we're going to get into individually. This is the Italy base. You have an AA right there on the left, and notice how it's right up against the building. And then you also have an AA on the right, and it's in kind of like a little trench, like a machine gun nest kind of thing. The good thing about the machine gun nest trench thing is they can't see very well above. And now moving on to flag A, you can see the AA. It's a little bit away from A, down in like a little valley right next to a house. So everything on the opposite side of the house, the AA is not going to be able to see. But you got to keep in mind that the AAs from the base are going to be able to see you, and those are pretty devastating. This is moving on to flag B. You have an AA. You see the whatever that gun's called, the big artillery piece. It's
the fortress gun.
Yeah, the fortress gun. The AA is right across the way, and D is set up similarly. It's right next to the fortress gun. You can see right in this picture that somebody's manning the AA. Now, once again, these 2 AAs are on top of the hill, and they're pretty devastating.
Yeah, the lucky thing is you have the downslope of the hill that you can come in low up over the hill and attack them. So
yeah, and definitely this is E. Once again, it's in kind of a trench, so this AA is pretty difficult to see from unless it's straight above you. And then you have the AAs on the base. You have one on like semi-hill sort of thing, looking down into a valley, and then one's going to be over here on the right next to a bridge. And I put in a little bit better of a picture, like a aerial view. You could see this one up on the hill, and once again there's one like in kind of a machine gun's nest sort of trench kind of thing. And this is going to be followed by like a kind of fly around of the map. And I found out how to work the spectator mode. The spectator mode's pretty awesome. You can free look. So I'm going to go AA by AA. Let Mark talk some.
Yeah, the AAs in the base are probably not going to be occupied. I mean, nobody really wants to sit back there on the AAs and just do nothing. But if the blimp's up, they're going to be occupied to take down the blimp. But you just got to be... The best method is that wingman, you and your buddy talking, saying, hey, this AA is up. And I think the most effective method to take them out is having, like I said earlier, having your wingman bait for you.
One thing I will have to say is kudos to DICE for including this in the game, including the spectator mode. Well, I think that it came with the patch, am I right, Mark? It didn't come initially.
It came with the fall update.
But it was it was pretty quick. So it was within 2 months they added this to the game, and Mark's already spectated some aimbotters. Not that EA is gonna ban aimbotters, or probably just wait for Fair Fight to ban them or whatnot. But this, I really have to give it to the devs for being quick on putting this in the game, because this tool is like it's really useful. So once again, this is the AA8A. You could see it's right up against the house, and the enemy team won't be able to see you on the opposite side of the house. Same goes for the base. This big house is in the way, so if you're on the opposite side, this AA, you're gonna LOS it. But the bad thing is, if both AAs are active, like I'm about to show you right now, this other one is in the trench over here, and if that one's active, they're pretty much gonna get you. So
yeah, I think in a second here we'll see a guy shooting at a plane, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I capped somebody shooting a plane. In one of the videos, I know I got somebody on the AA lane some scunning.
Yeah, I was watching it earlier, and these are the people that are bitching about how shitty the AAs are. They're like, and he's totally missing. He like hit it one time.
Yeah, this is like that's kind of why I capped it and left it in the video, because it's just a really bad shot. But like, I don't know, when I get in the AA and that plane's close, like I have no problem like fucking that plane right down, dude. So
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was in a match the other day, and the guys were bitching about how the planes were so OP and they need to be nerfed. He's all, hey, you need to make the fighter crappier. And I was like, well, then there's no reason to use it. It's very limited right now.
Well, that's people that have never been in the static AA. Well, we got about a minute left. So, hey, once again, we're putting out these videos to help people out, and knowing where the AAs are at is half the battle. After we put out all the videos of like where the AAs are at on all the specific air maps, we're going to get into killing the AAs and actually how to LOS. We got some pretty good vids of LOSing AAs and dropping the darts on them. All right, YouTube, thanks for watching. Once again, this is TC Thief. You can get me on Twitter at TC Thief, and on Twitch at twitch.tv/TC Thief. Thanks for watching.
And I'm TC Meat. You can get me on Twitter at CatLikeThief, and on Twitch, CatLikeThief10.
And they say if we'll only avoid any confrontation with the enemy, he'll forget his evil ways and learn to love it.